Welcome back to episode 4 of my Castlevania Symphony of the Night playthrough. In the last episode, we managed to get the Holy Symbol and the Leap Stone, which allow us to both traverse underwater and double jump. So we opened up a whole bunch of traversal options for the map. We're going to finish up the underground. Unfortunately, the punches, or the punch weapons don't allow me to punch down at an angle, so we have to get on level ground, or level enough ground to hit the toads here. Or I could alternatively just jump kick them. Whoa! Whoa! These guys hit hard. But so do I. Oh, I thought he dropped something that I could pick up, but he didn't. Did he? What is that? There's some tonfas up there, which they mislabel because, again, I think there were some translation issues with this game. Going between English and, or Japanese and English. Those are tonfa, but when you pick them up, they're called nunchaku. Whoops. Close enough. And actually, they are a nice damaging weapon, so it is a two-handed weapon. You get one in each hand, and they have a nice little 1-2 combo when you attack, like so. And I think there's a special attack for these, but I'm blanking on how you do that one, too. Thankfully, these are very fast attacking weapons, so... Oh, nice little touch there. You do one standard straight-on swing when you attack with these, and also one that does... Oh, yeah, see? Oh, they hit hard! Oh, that's not good. Let's do it this way. I don't want to die at the start of the episode! Get out of here. Oh, I don't know. I want to do this to see if we cleared everything in the bottom. We did. Get out of here. Ooh, big hit. There we go. I picked up something. I don't know what it was. Game didn't let me see it. Ow. Good lord, just touching him does a ton of damage. Okay, I gotta be careful. Duck. This might be a good time to take advantage of my soul attacks. My magic. Which I think you can do multiple times. Get an oh, I thought it was an uncurse. Got one of them out of the way. Go get the other one. There we go. Safe and sound. And also we get our health back. Thank you. Very good pickup. So that should do it for that part of the cavern. We do have something we can do here later. Uh-oh. Back to the knuckle duster. If I can hit the right button. And the Alucard shield. I think one of these drops the blue knuckles, which do more damage than Knuckle Duster. Gotcha. Although the fact that a frog of any kind can do that kind of damage just by licking you is already insane. Low impact training. Look at this. Got it. Alright, so there is something on the other side here. I don't think I can get to it by double jumping. I think this is one of the things where we'll have to come back here at a later point in time because there is an entire area underneath that wooden platform we just crossed, and we have to be able to get across to the far left of this room, which I cannot do by double jumping. I can only do it by flying. Secret boots! Now, what do the secret boots do? Well, this is probably the most useless item in the game. It discreetly increases your height. Now, is that just the name of an item? No, if you didn't notice, and I'll probably slow it down, the game at the very beginning of me loading back in from the save screen, or the menu screen there, just tiny, a little bit increased the height of my character, like about a pixel's worth of size. Added just that tiny bit. Yoink! Now, does that affect your ability to attack or take hits or anything else in the game? Absolutely not. Toadstool. So now if I want to, I can poison myself. Why would I ever do that? I don't know. Get out of here. Ouch. Everyone hits so hard. Alright, so I have a little bit left to the left that we can do. We don't need the ferryman to get across. We could just do this. Ouch. I'm not even sure there's any good items over this way that we can actually pick up. Also, I think I'm going to prove myself a liar and that you actually can engage the those lifts just by standing on. Yep, I was wrong. It occurred to me there's no way out of there if you actually fall off unless they engage when you touch them, which they do. Oh, good lord, look at the hit on that. Those fish mean business. They are, in fact, killer fish. All right, that's it. That is everything down here. Now we need to go back to the library, and thankfully we have just the item to do that. And do it quickly, which is... let's sort the menu real quick. The library card. Which all you gotta do to go back is this. And we're back. It was that easy. So let's go ahead and put that shield back on real quick.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested.
We're gonna sell our gems. We don't need any of these gems at any point in the game. They're good for money. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's do a couple of purchases that are critical. Number one, we want to replace the library card we picked up. We'll buy a couple of them.
Thank you.
Meal ticket is an interesting item that really only benefits us in one way, and that one way is if you pick up duplicator, which is incredibly expensive. Basically what it does is whenever you use an item with the duplicator, the item gets recreated. Now, if you use that with a meal ticket, it allows you to create a whole bunch of food items that you normally... I think in some cases you can't actually find them in-game. The only way you can get them is to actually use duplicator and a meal ticket to make those items. Well, you don't have to have duplicator. I think it's just have meal ticket. But it'll create an item at random that you can pick up and then use as a healing object. Alright, so just to give me a little extra damage, we'll pick up an item. Let's do a mace.
Thank you.
And a shield would probably be good, but they only have that. Oh no, they have iron shield. We'll pick up an iron shield.
Thank you.
Now let's see what else we have options for. Diamond plate would have been nice, but I just spent too much money to get that. We'll put on... Well, how about we pick up one of these? The ring of... Let's do the metal. We'll do the metal.
Thank you.
All right.
Farewell for now.
All right, let's go ahead and put all our new equipment on. Put that on. No, come on. There we go. And we picked up... I picked up new armor, didn't I? I guess I didn't. Oh, no. We picked up the metal. I'm not going to swap out the lapis lazuli because it does increase my luck. We'll just put on the metal. That's fine. All right. That's enough for now. And we do have... Hold on, let me double check real quick. We should have some library cards, so we can come back here later. We do. Not that we need to anytime soon, but we have the option. Nope, this is not the one I thought it was. I thought this one had a special attack, but I might be thinking of Morningstar. It's alright. In both cases, they are nice, recently fast attacking weapons. They're not super fast, but they're fast enough. Anti-venom, nice. So this is the room that we needed to come to, and I mentioned this before. If you'll notice, on the far left, and this is something that used to drive me absolutely insane, because I for whatever reason, I wouldn't remember this. Normally, this is a closed wall. But it's not this time. You can walk through it just fine. There's a whole area back here. And in fact, there's a whole area that has a rather critical item that you have to have in order to advance. And if you're not vigilant or paying enough attention, you'll miss it and spend hours trying to figure out where to go next before getting annoyed and looking it up online. Yes, I just picked up an item. And actually, it's a pretty good item, as I recall. Yes. In fact, this is not only a good attacking weapon, but it has a special attack. This. Nope. This. There it is. That can actually ravage enemies. I mean, it's really good. All right, we picked up armor. Let's go ahead and put that on. Believe it or not, it is better than the Alucard mail. Ah, shoot, I think I just botched my ability to get up there. No, I didn't. I can get up there still. I just need to get past this idiot. Get him to come back. Come on. Ouch. Okay, guys, come on. I need one of you to get right here for me. Damn it. God, no! Oh, this sucks. Come on, I need you to... Don't make me burn a weapon or burn a healing item. I'm going to have to do that. Shoot. All right. Damn it. That sucked. I don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, but I would rather do it now if I can. Come on, man. Damn it! Oh, this is gonna drive me insane. Got it. No! Alright, one of them has to die. One of them has to die. Get... Oh, that was driving me nuts. Alright, come here and don't hit me on the top swing. Oh, come on! I don't believe this. Okay, it, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I don't want to die here. Oh, now I can do this. Probably much easier than I was doing it before. That's what I was trying to do. Unbelievable. I wasted 2 potions because I wasn't patient enough to fucking hit them when they were down to the ground. Alright, anyway. Now, normally you would think that's it. You just come in here, you hit that lamp on the table and get the stone mask. But actually, you can push this out of the way and get him more items. You can get a topaz circlet, which has a very critical use later in the game. Actually, I might be thinking of a different one, but in any case, that one is very useful as well. And the holy rod, which is an upgrade for the mace. Maybe not against the rapier, but that's fine. I better use another healing item. God damn. Let's use a pot roast. Yoink. And put my holy rod back on. So it has a nice little explosion at the end of the swing, but also you can do that. Just a little back forward attack, which does a bigger hit. And I believe it does more damage. Yeah, not so tough when I'm not trying to jump kick you, are you? Did I put that on? I did. Okay. Oh, look at that. I got him on the backswing. Not a guarantee by any stretch. Ooh. This actually might have a faster attack than the rapier, which makes no sense. Okay. Enough! Thank you. Now we have a fight coming up here, which can be one of the more obnoxious ones in the game. That's not called Flea armor. Against an enemy that can replicate. This guy. But there's actually a very important reason why you want to let him replicate. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Come on. I need to heal. I hate to use that if I have to, if I can avoid it. Alright, that should be enough for now. Put the shield back on. He can make replicas of himself, but it may only be after you beat him as a boss. But there was also an enemy that he called there, if you're a completionist, called Mudman. And that is the only instance in the entire game where you will find that enemy, is if he makes them in this fight. Normally when you see that enemy later in the game, when he does that little summon move, he summons himself. So if you're using a really crappy weapon while you're fighting him, you can actually get stuck with him making an infinite number of himself, which also replicate each other. Ah, shoot! I forgot I don't have mist. I forgot I don't have mist. Damn it. I have wolf, but I don't have form of mist yet. So if you can go through that grate down there, which unfortunately I don't have the ability to do so yet, you can actually get form of bat, and bat basically unlocks everything else on the map that I can't reach yet. Alright, save here. Nope, save here. In fact, I think we actually have to go to the Coliseum to get the form of mist. So ultimately, we shortcutted an area that we were supposed to go to first. All right, so that I think we can get to by doing this. Nope, can't do it yet. All right, that's fine. Not yet. That will require flight, which we don't have just yet. Well, the boss is defeated, and I think that's the important part. We have to have mist to get the form of bad. Hey, we don't have to wrestle with these idiots anymore. It's a one-hit kill, at least for now. On the next major weapon pickup, we will have to swap. Owie! Get out of here. There's also a little trick that we'll do later, which we might be able to do in this episode. Can't make that promise, but I think it's in this episode that we'll be able to do it. Where we'll be able to get some secret items that you would normally only get from this one source. There's one weird trick. Whee! And I'll detail it once we have the appropriate item to do so. Yes, we want to go this way. Nope, nope. Bible's the best object for now. There are 3 I would consider top-tier sub-weapons in this game. My favorite is always Booty if I have a choice. A strong second is what we're using right now. And third, only because it is very demanding resource-wise, is lightning, which is an item where if you make contact with the enemy using this sub-weapon and hold the attack button down, it's like a heat-seeking lightning bolt that will destroy the enemy very, very fast. But every time the lightning strikes, it costs you something like 5 hearts. So it can eat away at your resources very, very quickly. But when you use it, it is a lethal weapon. That's the only reason why it doesn't go above Booty or the Bible, simply because it is very resource intense. Alright, we want to go up. Ouch, jerk. Again, I have the option to block attacks with my shield, which apparently with this shield causes little lightning strikes? That's interesting. I didn't remember that being a thing. That's cool. We talked about this before. I'm not going to farm for it, but there are certain shields in this game that actually damage enemies just by holding them out in front of you. One of them is the Medusa shield. There's another one called the Dark Shield that both, if you just physically contact the enemy with the front of the shield, it will cause them to take damage. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go up this way. So we'll have to wait until the game clock hits. Oh, right now. There we go. Every time 1 minute passes, it either opens or closes, depending on whatever state it's in. It's funny the things we take for granted as far as video games are concerned. I remember there being a good 2-3 second load phase going between areas of the map when I played this originally on the PlayStation 1. Now it barely happens at all. because the game is entirely on a hard drive, so it doesn't have to load the appropriate part of the disk onto or into RAM just to advance the map. Yep, there we go. Cheese, a ring, a sword. All right, we gotta put on the sword. This is definitely not better than what I'm using right now. Doesn't have the extra holy element for damage, and it doesn't have any special attacks. But I do think it has maybe a little bit more range. More crap. Ow, 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 ow. Good news is Holy Bible does a ton of damage to those swords. Simply because it's whipping around me at super fast speed. Nothing behind that wall. We want to go down and to the left, ultimately. This is where we're trying to go for the next major area right here. But we're going to go to the right just to unlock, I think, another warp point. Fairly certain this is a teleport room. Gotcha. That last little sword stab that he does can actually hit you. One of the cute little quirks about those guys, that when they die, they fling their sword as a last resort attack. And if it hits, I mean, it does about as much damage as any other sword attack he does. But yeah, it's very much one you want to avoid if possible. So the way this works is the teleport goes in a, I think it's counterclockwise pattern. Yeah, once they're all unlocked. And we're only doing this so that I can get back to the save room. I don't need to go back here for any reason right now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, crap. We got a Basilard. Could be a negative, but it turns out the attack speed of this weapon is so fast that I actually think it's probably better than most of the weapons you get in this game. There's actually one weapon that you get that is just as fast, that actually may be one of the best weapons you get that's not a long sword in the vein of the Alucard sword. It's combat knife. And it looks very much like a military issue short blade. Serrated on the back side. On the front side, it's got that Bowie knife kind of carved to the front edge of the blade. And it has like a little 1-2 attack where you do a jab like that, but then it also does the full swing like that as a secondary attack. And it attacks very quickly and it does a ton of damage. It's a very useful item. And I think it is one of the last ones you get before you get to the final room here. You have to go all the way near the bottom of the game map. I mean, as far down as you can possibly go on this map to get to it. Who wants some? You want some? I think if you get rid of all of them, the sword just kind of disappears. He doesn't want anything to do with you. Those swords really are tough guys until you get rid of all their little satellite weapons, and then suddenly they're like, I don't want to fight anymore. Alright, we're in the Coliseum. One of the few areas I actually remember the name of. Most of them was just like, oh, the place with the thing. There's Form of Mist. That is what we needed in the library, and for whatever reason, I just spaced on having to come here first. Save room. And go down to the bottom here. I think there is a one-way room here with a whole bunch of sub-weapons. And these jerks. This is where you get almost all, but not all of them. All the sub-weapons that you found up to this point. Or at least a large number of them. Also, I think you can farm for a sword drop from those guys there. But, you see that big bone sticking out over there? That is the enemy that drops Ring of Arda. This is one of the places you can go to farm for that particular item. And come on, dude, get over here. It is a pain in the butt. It takes a lot of kills before you get it because it's a very low chance of dropping. I could spend the entire episode trying to kill this enemy and have absolutely no luck getting the item to drop. But we're not going to do that. I'll fight him once or twice, see if I can get him to drop it just by luck. He didn't drop it. Big surprise. It's just not worthwhile, especially when you consider it basically is a game-breaking item. It nullifies pretty much all the challenge to the game. Oh, Blood Cloak. So this is not a better defensive item than the Crystal Cloak, but it does give you the chance to recover hearts when you take damage. So basically it encourages you to use your sub-weapons more. Nope, no luck there. Alright, I said I wouldn't grind it. I will do one more hit on him, and then we'll just move on with our lives. He does drop one other item, and this can be kind of the frustrating part of fighting the Paracephalophus, or whatever he's called. He actually can drop a medal, and I think we just bought one in the library, but you can get them from him as well, if you want to. Nope, nothing. Alright, moving on with our lives. I want to get up here and get back into the save room, get some health back. So we got a whole lot of game to look at still. Again, I do love the little color flourishes you get whenever you pick up a new cloak. It's a nice touch that they didn't have to do, but they did. Come on, jerk. Get... Oh, these guys suck. Okay, I got it. Thank you. You can die now. Bye-bye. Alright, let's go this way. It's a good spot to use the Bible as well. Damn. Oh, I died! Ah, oh, crap. Oh, because those little piercing spear-type weapons really destroy you against those guys. Now, the good news is we lost almost no progress because I had to save. So we lost maybe 2 minutes of progress. Alright, let's do this. And if I struggle to get through that room a second time, there is actually a way to the other side of the Coliseum. This is one of those enemies that you're better off getting them caught in a little loop, pushing them back. All right, let's try again. Yeah, you're better off jumping and taking the hit from above. There we go. Made it safely. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a save room on the other side of this area. Let's focus on the bigger threat there. So those owl knights actually will run over to the body of their dead companion if you kill it. And I don't think they'll fight back if that happens. They'll just stand there. Nice touching little tribute to his fallen comrade. They'll actually blast you out of the way trying to get to him as well. You jerk. I did start to get up, but I killed him too fast. Alright, there is another save room right up here, and boy do we need it, because this is starting to get taxing. I'm getting my butt handed to me. Good news is all that damage is getting converted into sub hearts, or just hearts, whatever. Oh, I forgot about those guys. So the riflemen are clouding this, crowding in this room, so you got to be real careful. All right. All right, we got them out of the way. All right, we got the item. That's what I really needed here. Get... Oh, I want that money, you dick. All right, just get through. Those guys are not worth the effort, and I got a consolation because the knight there, or the skeleton with the two swords, dropped a $400 bag. So I lost the $1,000 trying to get to the shield rod. Yes, I will put that on. The shield rod is one of the funnest weapons in the game. Where is it? Right here. So the shield rod has a couple of cool utilities to it. One, let's see if I can do it. There we go. You can create shields that will block any attacks. But second, and far more interesting, is if you press the shield rod button and the shield button at the same time, depending on the shield you have equipped, you do a special ability. It does cost magic to do that, so that is one thing that is kind of gated. You can't just keep doing that infinitely. However, every shield in the game has a unique effect that it will enact. And let's say, oh, you do this against him. Look at that. He just got shredded. Those are tough knights to kill normally. So the shield rod is a very fun weapon to play around with. And it actually has some utility all the way until the end of the game. All right, so here is the Agumar, whatever it's called. This is the lightning weapon that I was talking about earlier. This is the one that has some extra utility against enemies once you make connection, where the lightning bolts will keep hitting the target once you've hit it once. We won't need to go any further this way. It's unlocked. That's the important part. We're going to pick it up because I may use it against the boss here just to help beat him a little bit quicker. All right, so the boss fight is right through here, and they give you a chance to go back to the library. That's a very big hint about what you should do immediately after you finish this and get the item on the back side of the boss fight. Also, we're going to do something real quick that is... a nice little bonus. We probably won't reach it yet. We'll have to come back later to get to this room. Oh, come on. Jerk. These guys drop a weapon called the shotl, which is a really long, curled sword, which I believe is meant to allow you to, yeah, right there, get around shield attacks, or shield blocking, whatever. We'll go over here. Nothing else there. It just unlocks that, or covers that part of the map. It's a cool looking sword. In this game, I don't know if it actually adds any extra utility. I don't even think that's what they're using. Doesn't look like it. Just an extra curly sword. Whee! Alright, we're gonna go back to the save room real quick, get some health back, and then we will go take on the next boss. Nope. There we go. All right, time to fight the boss, and... It's
Open
him!
Hell's gate. Come
Richter.
forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Your castle? Let's go ahead and summon some shield help. Look at that. First guy dead that fast. That's why shield rod is so good. And let's go ahead and use the Aguma. That's what that sub-weapon does. And you can see it's fast. It does a ton of damage. Very quickly. Dead. Oh, poor wolf man. I'm sorry.
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
That doesn't sound right. So we're going to jump over this because I think that actually makes the elevator come up. We want to grab this first. Form a mist. Step on the switch now. So it would have made it harder to get that item if you had done that anyway. Nope, not that button. This one allows you to pass through barriers now. So we have the ability to get through the grate that was blocking our path to form a mist, or form a bat. We can actually go back and pick that up now. Which we'll do by putting on another... Oh, where is it? Did I pass it? There it is. Library card. Wah, 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 wah. We're back. Grab that iron shield. Sword everything. I don't think there's anything else I can buy here at this point. Good, he's dead. It's a really cool sword that we, I think, find as a normal weapon that's just laying on the ground somewhere, called Sword of Dawn. Speaking of swords that have cool abilities, other than the shield rod. That particular weapon has a cool ability where basically you can summon random enemies to help you out just by pressing, I think it's just down forward and attack. That one is a lot of fun to use, but unfortunately when they put it in the game, they didn't balance the attack of the enemy correctly when you summon enemies. They actually only do 1 damage, I think, every time they hit them. Hit an enemy. Now, this is a re-release of the original game, so it's possible someone took the time and fixed that bug, but I can't say for certain that's the case. If that happens, we'll try it a couple times and see if it does do more damage, but I am not holding my breath. Nope, don't want that. Want Agumi, whatever it's called. Alright, and we're through. Form a bat, soul a bat, whatever. Here's the important part. We now have the ability to not only turn into a cloud of mist and a werewolf, but now we can turn into a bat. The nice touch about the bat form is it actually has wings colored the same color as your cape. Also, if it wasn't noticeable, and they add a shimmer to Alucard's movements, when you double jump, you actually turn your cape slightly into wings. You can see the little flap whenever you double jump. So I think you actually still have the ability to kind of sort of turn into a bat even before you turn into one proper. Okay. Pull out the big guns. Do my dirty work. Good, heal up. Oh, come on. There we go. I think there's one more thing for certain that we want to do before I end the episode, and it's going to be going back to the center of the map again, because there's something we can do now that we could not do before, now that we have the ability to turn into a bat. Oh, look at that big money. Nope, wrong one. Turn into a bat. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I think turning into a cloud of mist is actually a very expensive move. Now look at this. We have a fairy card. Now, what does the fairy card do? You actually have to turn it on when you pick it up, or otherwise it doesn't actually activate. It actually summons a familiar. Now, what the fairy does is kind of helpful, sort of. What the fairy will do, and I think you have to level up a little bit before she'll actually start doing it, is if you get poisoned, she'll use one of your antidotes for you to heal you. If you get cursed, she'll use one of your uncurses to heal you. And if you get down below 50 hit points, if you have a potion in your inventory, she'll actually use it to recover some of your health. I think the higher your level is, the faster she is to respond to those things. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot else she can do. I think she might tell you where a couple of secret rooms are, but that may actually be a different familiar that you can pick up, because in total there are 4 familiars in this game. 4 or 5. Buy item. Actually, it's 5. Let's buy some potions so that she can do her job.
Farewell for now.
Oh, wait. I have some onyx I can sell as well.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
Thank you.
I'm interested in
Any
this.
goodies we can buy with the money I do have? Better armor? Nope. I'm still short. Dang it. Alright, that's fine.
Now.
We may actually get a chance to see the fairy's ability in action coming up here. If I get hit by an ectoplasm, she should be pretty quick to use the uncurse to fix the status ailment. And thankfully there is a lamp that drops an uncurse every single time you see it in this area. want to let it hit me. Oh, let it hit me. There you go. That's how that works. So early on, that is a nice little benefit. She'll do your dirty work for you, give you healing spells, or not spells, but healing items when you need them. However, there are 4 others that you can pick up throughout the game, and all of them actually attack enemies. Depending on which ones you like using, some of them are far more effective than others. There is one that you get that turns... it's a bat. You pick up the bat, and every time you level up the character, and by the way, let's see where that is. Is it under relics? Familiars, there we go. They actually have their own leveling system. Now, the way that works is as you kill enemies, they gain experience at a decreasing interval with each kill. After level 50, most of the familiars gain special additional abilities and will be able to use them in combat to aid you. The fairy, I don't think, ever gains anything beyond just giving you healing items. When you get the bat familiar, as you level up, a second, third, and I think fourth bat will actually join the original one and help you fight. And when you turn into a bat, as a bat, they'll actually fire fireballs whenever you press the attack button to aid you in combat. There's also one called the Ghost Familiar, which is kind of like a skull that will latch onto enemies and attack them. Once you level up that particular enemy enough, they'll actually gain the ability to soul steal from enemies, where basically every time they hit an enemy with their attack, they give you 8 hit points back. There is a familiar that's a demon. And the demon is actually one that is very useful late in the game because he gains the ability to hit switches that you normally cannot touch. And it'll allow you to get to parts of the map that normally you cannot reach. And I should look at the map right now to figure out where I want to go. Oh, I want to go back up. I want to get to the teleport pod. And as he levels up, he gains more exotic attacks. I think he gains elemental attacks. I might be mistaken on that. Normally, he just attacks enemy with a little trident that he carries. But once he levels up, I think he gets more aggressive and uses new abilities. And then the one that I think everyone likes the most is the Sword Familiar. Basically, it's just a giant floating sword, and it will fly to enemies and do spin attacks to hit them. And once you level it up to 50, the sword actually becomes a weapon that you can physically use in-game. Now, if you actually equip it as a weapon and use it, I don't think you get to level it up. But you actually can use it as a weapon just like any other item. The big thing there, though, is if you keep using the Sword Familiar as a familiar, it actually becomes much more aggressive as a fighting weapon, or a fighting familiar. It starts flying into the foreground and background and making rapid fire attacks on the enemy. It's a very interesting familiar, and it does do quite a bit of damage once you level it up. Ouch! Alright, we don't need to fight him right now, and I don't have the good one to fight him with anyway, so let's get moving. I mean, technically, I could have just summoned my special shield attack. But we don't want to do that right now. What we want to do is we want to go this way. And down here. And turn into a bat to go up here. So you get up here. There are 2 different ways you can go. I think to the right is the item we're looking for. Yes, it is. Gravity boots. So what are gravity boots? Basically, every time you double jump... Actually, I don't think you have to double jump. I think you can just do it without jumping at all. Press down and up. You do a little leap. And you can do that as many times as you want after you do a double jump mid-air. However, the key there is if you have a part of the map that you can't quite reach as the bat fast enough before you run out of magic, you can do this to go flying up really fast. So that adds to my mobility. All right, let's take a quick peek at the map, see what else we need to do. All right, so there is some stuff that we can explore down on the bottom left of the map. But also the last major area that we haven't explored yet that's already visible on the map is up towards where the clock tower would be. And we can actually, pretty much we can explore everywhere on the map now. We got the major traversal items, so there's not a whole lot else we have to do. I am going to wait for this to get out of the way, which will happen in about 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya. Getcha. The thing that you're not seeing on the map here is that there are quite a few areas that we can still explore that are flat not visible on the map at this point. And in fact, in order to gain access to a huge area of the game, we actually have to explore some of these side areas to advance. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the teleport room and we're going to stop for the day. Oh, aw, crap. All right, let's do this. Get him. See? Man, that is an overpowered attack, but it is a lot of fun to do. All right, and this is where we're going to stop this episode for today. Well, I don't think there is a save room up this way. Well, maybe there is. Let's do this. Whoop. Again, we don't have to do it this way. We could technically do it as the bat, but this is a faster way of getting up these long shafts. Uh-oh. I think it might be a little bit less consumption heavy as the bat moving around. Yeah, we'll go this way just so I can get to the save room. Uh-oh. That's a problem. I gotta put on the cloth tunic. That is the weakest armor in the game. Actually, it might have been better than the Alucard mail, but I think they took the Alucard mail off. The dangers of using what you find. Writ large. If there is a downside to using the shield rod right now, it's that I can't make enemies bleed, but we just fixed that because now I am moving on to the S-Stock. Unfortunately, the S-Stock is a two-handed weapon, so we're going to lose our shield as well. But it does do a lot of damage. See, it's what's considered a thrusting sword, so when he attacks, he actually dashes forward with the attack. Also, very strange, he actually dashes forward a little bit with the jumping attack. A very strange choice. I know this is not where the save room is, but I'm here, I'm playing, so let's go ahead and do that. And we are going to swap, because I don't love the Agumi, whatever it's called. Also, there's something in here that I think we can pick up. I might be misremembering. Iron Ball, that is a consumable weapon. Actually, I think this is the boss room. We don't want to do this yet. We'll save that for the next episode. Right now, we just want to get to the save room so that we can finish things up. The sword does a ton of damage. And the cool thing is you can see all the details on the weapon when you swing it because it's such a long pause. Uh-oh. Alright, so the save room is right here, I think? Nope, it's right above it. Yoink! Again, the semi-precious gemstones are an equipable item, but they absolutely do nothing for you, so we're not going to bother with that. Here's the room. Oh, crap. Just turn into a bat. There we go. Ta-da! Save room. Alright, so we did do quite a bit in this episode, just like we did in the previous one. In this case, we actually gained the ability not only to turn into a cloud of mist, but also a bat. So we now have the full suite of traversal abilities. We can go through grates, where we need to be able to basically become intangible. We have the ability to fly around sections of the map that we wouldn't have been able to jump or even double jump to. We also picked up the gravity boots, or whatever they're called, where basically you can just do down, up, and then rapidly ascend very quickly. And you can use that as many times as you have magic in your little blue magic meter on the top left bar there. So, barring any other special items, and there are a couple that are still left in the game to pick up, basically everything else on the map is now accessible. All we have to do is find the time to go back to those areas and traverse them. And then once we finish everything else, we'll have our chance to finally confront the lord of this castle, quotey fingers, Richter, who is at the very top of the map there, where Dracula's throne room would normally be located. But we'll find out whether or not that's what's really happening here in a future episode. For now, that's going to do it for episode 4 of my long play of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.